Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Before I start this video, I have to tell you that I will deal with Poland and the Polish president Andrzej Duda. And the disclosure before I go any further. You can have your own assessment and opinions of me, but I will tell you, and that could be used against me whenever in a court of law. I have nothing against the Polish nation, Poland in general, Polish people, nothing. I don't dislike them, I don't like them, but, and this is not negating what I said so far, the politicians and some hanky-panky give me so much ammunition to talk about the imbecility of some Polish leaders, that I can't just sit idle and pass it by just because I don't want to be, accused of being anti-this and anti-that. I will call out whomever is an imbecile or whomever lies, because that's my purpose here. Show you the other side that the mass media doesn't show you. So this is the first thing, and that's it. I have nothing against or for. Nothing. As I don't have for these guys, those guys, and those guys. If the Russians are doing something stupid, I will call it out. I don't care. I don't care. My goal here is to bring truth, but these guys bring me the ball up to smack it all the time. In this case, we have the president of Poland, Mr. Andrzej Duda. This is the first topic. Mr. Andrzej Duda has three options. One, he's going to make some statements, which for me, give me three options. Not necessarily mutually exclusive. They could be all three together or two of them out of three. Main one. There could be some other ones. First, he's stupid. The first one. Second one, he thinks that you are stupid or we are stupid. And the other one, he knows something that we don't know. Therefore, he makes these little statements. That's the first one. Second one, Bloomberg lies. You know Bloomberg? Why? I'm going to show you. Bloomberg made an article with a title which is misleading to call it a lie about the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. That's a lie. But he's going to say it, baboons are going to read it. Hey, I read Bloomberg, baby doll. I'm educated. I'm top notch over there. That's the second one. And the third one, I will give you an example of how the media is reported by the US, the same article. I'm going to use the Ukrainian article, New Voice of Ukrainian article from a Ukrainian media outlet, which is New Voice of Ukraine. I will go straight to the New Voice of Ukraine in English, and I will use the other one straight from the New Voice of Ukraine. And it omits something very important, and I will show you. And the last part is Ukraine lost 2/3 of the American provided Abrams 1 tanks. You know, the Americans provided 31 tanks, not top notch. Anyway, I made a video yesterday on that. And according to some sources, I'm going to use the sources, the Russians destroyed about 20 of them. All right, let's go to the first one. And let's start with right here. Here it is. This is from Ukrainska Pravda. Let me put my glasses. Ukrainska Pravda. Saturday, 24th of August. Polish president confident that Ukraine will soon. That's a certainty when you say soon. Will. Otherwise, you will say, would, could, might, may in the future. Soon win war against Russia. Now, he's confident that will soon win. He's not saying how soon, because that is like the quatrains of Nostradamus. These guys interpret them after the event. Now, it's easy if I say, tomorrow the sun will shine brightly and it's going to come suddenly. All right. And let's say in 20 years, that's an atomic bomb dropped on the US. Emil predicted it in his little poem, didn't he say the sun, that's the atomic bomb, you know, is going to shine suddenly? That is an atomic bomb. These are the quatrains of Mr. Nostradamus interpreted. After the fact, we are all being able to tell the future. So, all right, done with them. So here Mr. Duda is confident that Ukraine will soon win war against Russia. Now, how do you know? Remember, it's like Ukraine shows up to a gunfight with a knife. Do you think can win? Definitely not. So Duda is an imbecile by saying that. Will soon win. He bases his reasoning, or lack of, the fact that the Ukrainians took this much of Kursk and a little bit of Belgorod. That's it. Have you looked at Russia lately? So this is his evidence. Because of that, Russia will capitulate with his gun holstered. And the other guy is, I don't know, 50 feet with a knife approaching. Really? So he's an imbecile right there. That's the first one. Second one. He says it because he thinks that we are baboons. He said, well, I'm going to let it fly. These guys will cover for me, and the baboons will never know. But I give them hope and change, all right? And do the right thing, the garbage things, right? That's the second option. The third one is this. Maybe he knows something we don't know. What could it be? Russia can't lose if Putin is still in power with all those guys. Do you think Russia willy-nilly will say, yeah, I'm going to bend my head so you can chop it and take over my nation? His nation will not let him do that, according to his popularity. So how do you plan on doing that? Unless you think Russia will not use nuclear weapons if it's cornered? Could be, but that's all you got so far. The Kursk, that's all you got. Are you crazy? But will soon. Oh my God, they're ready. It's like the Napoleon right there in Moscow, or like Adolf, 15 kilometers from the Kremlin. Duda, please. So maybe he knows something else. Maybe he knows that Putin has an understanding with the big guys of this planet. What could it be so certain? What could it be so certain? I mean, Russia cannot win with nuclear weapons in the holster, and the other ones attacking with a knife. Cannot. Unless Putin plays the role of Gorbachev. You know Gorbachev, Mikhail? All right. So this is what this guy said. Let's see how he argues that. And if I'm going to see, I didn't read the article. If I'm going to see here any Kursk, then I'm going to switch to the next article sooner. All right. In his speech in Ukraine's Independence Day in Kiev, Polish President Andrzej Duda expressed confidence that Ukraine would be able to defend its freedom and that the war will soon end in Ukraine's victory. Now that's a certainty. He also emphasized that the bonds between Ukraine and Poland are stronger than any differences. Yeah, okay, Bandera. All right, so let's see if I see here any Kursk. Well, I don't see any Kursk. That's good. We, the Poles, know that independence is not given once and for all. Well, how about ask certain people after the First World War how you were given independence? No? Okay, let's see. Do we have here Kursk? Please give me a Kursk. Please give me a Kursk. Please give me a... Opa! Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. There you go, baby doll. There you go. That should scare the shit out of the Ukrainians. Why? Because a lot of Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth had, if you look at the map, half of modern-day Ukraine. Half was in the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Did I say these guys are looking for the west part of Ukraine? And I had some Polish friends. No, I mean, no, we don't want that. I said, bull fucking shit. No, we Poles, we don't even care about it. I was like, I believe you, like I believe the big liars. Please, my friends. All right. So nothing about the Kursk invasion. Nevertheless, that's the way it is. Next one. Here is Duda again being an imbecile, I think. But you be the judge. Here. This is the new voice of Ukraine. NATO debates protecting Ukrainian skies from Russian missiles, says Andrei Duda, 40 minutes ago, today, on the 24th of August. Do you remember what the Russians said? And I believe them because they're consistent in good and in evil. If these guys are going to shoot down shoot at any of our missiles or drones over the Ukrainian sky, we will hit those targets that launch whatever they launch against our. That means if they are launching whatever from Poland, the Russians will hit inside Poland. And what will the Poles do? They will go to Moscow because they can. They will destroy the Russians once and for all because they don't want to, but they're just pushed by the Russians' aggression and imperialism. So that's very dangerous. And again, Putin with his holstered gun with nuclear weapons is going to just die like that without a fire shot. All right. So that's the second article. And now the third one, I'm going to show you. This is the title from New Voice of Ukraine. Again, we have Duda again. New Voice of Ukraine. Now look at the title and the first paragraph. 23,000 Ukrainian soldiers trained. Polish tanks active in Kursk area, says Andrei Duda. All right, well, good for you. Good. So, first paragraph. Polish President Andrei Duda announced at the joint press conference with Ukrainian Zelensky and Lithuanian Prime Minister Ingrida Simonite that Poland has trained 23,000 soldiers and Polish RT-91, RT Russia Today 91 tanks are now in use near Kursk. You see this one? All right. So this is from New Voice of Ukraine from its site. English, New Voice of English, you don't see it here, but anyway. And I went to the English, which is through Microsoft, through Yahoo, whatever it is, and they give us the same title. Right here, see the same title? 4 hours ago, when you access that, you have the same title, but something is missing. You see this part right here? Which you see it in this one, where is it? In this one, that you don't see it in this one. It says Polish president said Ukraine is demonstrating its resolve. So that is Polish President Andrei Duda said demonstrating its resolve. So the American version, whomever these guys are, through Yahoo, they took that out. And in the entire article, you will not see that Poland trained 23,000 Ukrainians, unless you read only right here. Not even that. You can make sure that that's the Poles. 23,000 Ukrainian soldiers trained. By whom? Oh, you may infer by Polish tanks, but it doesn't say that. And here you don't see it. And this is, remember, from this site, Microsoft, but from the original, right there, now it's a little bit different. Poland has trained 23,000 Ukrainian soldiers. I have to deal with this garbage every day. The problem is this. Polish tanks in Kursk area. Good for you. And you trained my enemy? What would you do? Well, I tell you what I would do. I would go straight to you and I will tell you one more bullet and I'm going to attack you directly. So you can't send bullets to my enemy to kill my family and my nation, my tribe. And Duda will say, you wouldn't dare. You wouldn't boom. That's all he's going to have. He's not going to finish his sentence. That's what a normal person would do. You say, well, you're crazy. So that means if Poland, let's say, is economically very strong and let's say is like America and provides my enemy with all the infrastructure, with tanks, with trains, all that, and these guys trained fighters and they beat me because of you. Am I supposed to lose or something? When everything is because of you, I'm not supposed to hit you, but you are the source of this neighbor's victory against me. What would you do? Come on, are you gonna, if someone attacks you with a knife, you're gonna get the gun and you smack the gun, or you take care of the gun operator? I mean, it's la mintea găinii, as the Romanians say. It's the chicken's brain, really. All right. Next one. This is a lie by Bloomberg. Bloomberg says on August 23rd, Modi signals respect for Ukrainian sovereignty during Kiev visit. Like he didn't have respect. I have never heard Modi saying something, no. What's taken by Putin is taken by Putin. Screw your country. But now he shows signals. He doesn't show signals like, I'm not saying it, I'm just, right? That's what they say. That's a lie. That's a lie. Why? But they want to make Modi like he's coming around. Like Louis Armstrong. The wonderful world. Have you seen Louis Armstrong? The great trumpetist. In his most famous, because it is most famous for the baboons, because they don't know better. He doesn't play the trumpet in a What a Wonderful World. He doesn't play the trumpet, and that's his most famous hit. And he's been known at the beginning, Sancho, whatever they call it, for his trumpet, from the high pitch of the trumpet. I mean, I know that because my father played the trumpet as well, piano, and many other things. And he liked Louis Armstrong. That's how I got to know and hear about and like Louis Armstrong. But again, anyway, so I'm like Pavarotti, vincerò. And there you go. Here we go. So Modi signals respect. That's a garbage article. And let me show you the last one where we have 2/3 of the American provided Abrams 1 tanks destroyed in 6 months in Ukraine since they were allowed to operate. Here is the article. But these guys are lying. All right, let's see. This is what they say. Today, 24th of August, Ukraine has lost 2/3 of US supplied tanks. Media. Or what kind of media? Putin media? Or let's see. The latest Abrams 1 tank has been destroyed by Russian forces in the country's Kursk region, Military Watch magazine has reported. Ukraine has lost 2/3 of its US supplied Abrams M1 main battle tanks in the space of only half a year, Military Watch magazine has reported. Who's this Military Watch magazine? Is this a Russian one? Screw you. All right, let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna do like this. Bear with me, with my face. And let's see who these guys are. Military Watch. Military Watch. Military Watch was founded in 2017 to provide reliable poop. All articles written by external contributors are clearly marked accordingly. We have worked primarily from the United States, Britain, East Africa, and South Korea, and hope to expand more countries in the future. Got it? And it's based a mailing address, Seoul, South. And here our director chief, Abraham. Oh my God, you lost me already. Ait is a graduate of King's College London, specializing in military affairs. Got it? So it is not Russian. It's not Russian. Well, since we are at it, why not? All right. Let's see. All right. Abraham profile. Japan Times. Is Japanese or what? Abraham. Anyway, forget about it. I'm gonna look for him later. But you know. Anyway, so let's go back to the article. So obviously, this Military Watch magazine is not Russian. The outlet said in an article on Thursday that according to its estimates, close to 20 out of 31 tanks provided to Kiev by Washington have already been destroyed by Russian forces. The latest Abrams was blown up in Russia's Kursk region, Military Watch magazine said, based on videos uploaded by Russian Telegram channels. It appears to be the first American tank lost by Ukraine during its ongoing incursion in internationally recognized Russian territory, it added. All right. M1 in question had a significantly improved explosive reactive armor as Ukraine took steps to increase the protection of the US-made tanks, particularly after they took heavy losses in their first engagements with Russian forces in February-April 2024. Well, if you allow as a tank for a drone to sneak on you, you're garbage. You're garbage. You should know if it's a bird, quick, coming closer, or someone using a slingshot with some poop at you, or it's a drone. You know how they did it? They put a cage. You can't believe that. The Abrams, over the turret, or where you get out, I can't remember, exit and enter in a tank. They put over there a cage, a metal cage. So the drone, when, not if, when the drone, the Russian drone, $20,000 drone, it hits that cage and doesn't attack and blows up, destroy the whole tank, just a little bit. Can you imagine that? That should be like, comes around like, I don't know, 10 miles from you, coming your direction, and you'll be like, Bzong. That's what I expect in the 21st century from the best American tank in the world. Yeah, USA! Fuck no. These guys put a cage, like a canary, protect from the cat. Jesus Christ. That's why, when my father said about the American invasion of Iraq, he said these guys are using the same weapons, almost the same weapons as they used in the Second World War or in Vietnam. What else? Tanks, some missiles. First World War, no missiles except the U2, U2, V1, V2 of the Germans, rockets. But other than that, what did they use? The same thing. You would expect laser, push a button, everybody paralyzes, remains like this, and you're just taken out, or something. The same garbage. And these guys put covered, god damn it. Look, you find videos online, you find pictures, and they're proud of it. The Ukrainians are proud of how they defend their tanks from not exploding when the cheap Russian drones hit the, I don't know, $10 million tank, or whatever that is, the most advanced. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.